What if you could go from course idea to launch plan in under 30 minutes? This AI tool is going to do that for you. This is for you if you're a coach, an expert, or a course creator who is bogged down by all that needs to be done in your online business. And if you're an experienced course creator, you are going to be so relieved at all the time you're going to get back with this tool. I can't tell you the number of course creators I work with who are super frustrated by the fact that they are already an expert and have a passion in this thing. And then they have so much to learn in order to put that thing into a digital product and get it out into the world. This is going to help you shortcut everything. Absolutely everything. And by the way, if we haven't met before, my name is Sarah Turner. I'm an online course creator and I am an expert marketer. I have been in this space for over 12 years. I've generated over 25 million in sales. I've been featured on the Inc. 5000 list. I have been hired by Meta as a marketing expert and consultant. And surely I could go on, but what is most important is that my students are actually successful and thriving. I've had over 6,000 students come through my programs and they have gone on to build their own online businesses. My program transforms lives. And the reason for that is because I genuinely care. I am an in the trenches kind of mentor and I love helping people build businesses so that they can leave a positive impact on the world and they can create time autonomy and financial freedom. So let's do a quick overview of everything that's included in this tool. It is basically like having a strategist and an expert marketer in your back pocket. It is going to help you with personalizing your own goals. So often people forget to actually make a business that fits into their life rather than the other way around. They mold their life to fit their business. They end up burnt out and tired and exhausted. And then they find themselves wondering, why did I do this to begin with? I thought I wanted more freedom in my life. So this is going to help you with offer structuring and pricing, course idea validation, making sure it's profitable. One of my favorite examples of this tool was a student who kind of went down the wrong path with her topic idea. She picked the wrong ideal customer avatar only to find out that they didn't have the emotional bandwidth to take an online course. And this tool caught it. So she realized that if she had been using this tool, it would have saved her over a year and a half of work where she went the wrong direction. Please don't let this be you. It's such a no-brainer. This will also help you build out your curriculum and make sure that it's actually engaging. In today's world, it is so important that you have a program that actually delivers on the transformation. People are actually getting really frustrated with course creators because people have talked about how it is such a great source of quote unquote passive income that it's brought in a lot of people who are really just in it to get rich. Sure, it will help you make great money, but if you are not actually creating something that is going to deliver on its promise, then you're not going to create a sustainable business. You're going to have frustrated customers, people are going to be angry, and you're probably going to be stressed out because it's not fun to have people displeased with your program. Instead, you can create a thriving, sustainable business when you create something that actually has impact. And that is a really important piece of this puzzle and something that the tool is actually going to help you with. It is trained on learning theory and how to make something that genuinely motivates students to engage and to get that transformation you've promised them. And of course, because I'm a marketing expert, this tool includes everything you need to market your course and to get it into the right people's hands. Before we begin, I want to make sure I address some of the most common misunderstandings about AI and how this tool specifically addresses them. First things first, you do not need to be tech savvy to use this. I am not tech savvy myself, and so I knew I needed to create something that could help absolutely anyone, no matter where they are in their online business creation journey. You are literally going to have a conversation with this tool, and it's going to prompt you and ask you questions and even help you with understanding concepts if you want to dig a little deeper. The other common concern that people have when they use AI is that it's going to create generic content. And this is a big problem because you really don't want to get lost in the sea of information that is just exploding in today's world. The way you're going to stand out is with your expertise and your personality, who you are. That is what's going to allow you to make a course that really thrives and survives. So again, this tool is trained on over a decade's worth of real life experience and expertise, as well as who you are as an individual and who you serve. All right, so when you log in, this is what it will look like. And you'll see right away that you have 4 different areas you can go to. First is your persistent student profile. This is where you'll fill out details about who you are and who your ideal customer is, your pricing and revenue goals, your offer structure, value ladder, content, marketing strategy, time commitment, workload, sales readiness, objections. As you can see here, you can go so deep. Then we have the lesson assistant. So this is, again, trained on over a decade's worth of experience. This is a powerhouse of a program, and it will walk you through literally everything you need. So if you already have a course, you could probably just start down here, work on your funnel. You could work on your effective curriculum. There's ads, there's different strategies for growing your audience. But the thing that is so powerful about this tool is how it actually captures who you are and incorporates that into absolutely everything. So let's go ahead and start filling out the ICA, because that is really going to help customize this entire process to your business. And as you can see, if you need help in figuring out where you can get the information and how this tool can help you fill out this profile, you have corresponding links with every single aspect of your profile. So for example, let's go ahead and jump in and start pulling out what we need in order to really have a clear ideal customer avatar. My other favorite tip is to use the dictation shortcut on your computer. That's going to depend on what your computer actually is. I'm a Mac user. For me, it is pressing the control button twice. And the really amazing thing about this is it allows me to have a conversation with the tool. It helps everything go really quickly. And you'll notice spelling doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. It still generally knows what I'm trying to say. So let's dig in. And I'm going to make something up as we go. This is actually based on a student of mine, and I'd like help gaining clarity on my ideal customer avatar. I have a course that I'm calling Creative to Paid. Build a thriving creative business without selling out. So my target audience is creative people, artists, illustrators, photographers, designers, calligraphers, you name it. And they want to make income with their craft, but they're very worried about selling out or ruining their passion. So what I already know is that some of their pain points are they feel like they have to choose between creativity and profitability. They're also burnt out on low-paying clients, and they're unsure of how to make their business profitable while not sacrificing their values or just their passion. They tend to lack structure and to be more creative and resistant to systems and procedures. So let's just start there and see what the tool came up with. And as you'll see, it asked me some really important clarifying questions, things that get me to be even more specific. This differentiation is so essential to a successful, thriving, and profitable online course. It cannot be skipped. So I'm going to go ahead and answer these questions. I would say my audience could be anywhere from 25 years old to late 50s. There are not any specific professions or niches I want to focus on just yet, although I have a lot of experience with illustrators, graphic designers, artists, and interior designers. I would describe their lifestyle as they are full-time creatives, either working for a 9 to 5, not really getting paid what they deserve, but they are already trying to make a living with their work and they want to have some time autonomy and control. I would love to have more pain points added. And the main goals and desires of my audience are to achieve financial independence. Probably some would like to gain recognition, but really to maintain creative freedom and to not lose the passion for their creative practice that they love so, so much. Emotional triggers might be just fear of marketing in general and fear of making money with their craft. So probably a lot of mindset work. And I do have a specific persona in mind. I have a client that I once worked with who I helped coach in creating an Etsy store so that she could leave her 9 to 5 and actually sell her services online. She also sells through her own website now. And that transformation was mostly based in overcoming all the fears and mental blocks around monetizing your craft, as well as learning the proper business skills necessary to have an online freelance business. And I am just blown away at what it's put together for me. It has given me a full deliverable with all of the information I need in order to get really clear on my ideal customer avatar. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it in each section. It automatically saves my profile, which is super helpful. I'm going to say that I don't have pricing sensitivity and buying behaviors as well as where they hang out. So I'm going to go back to that lesson and ask for that. Help me identify their pricing sensitivity and buying tendencies, as well as what channels they would be hanging out in, so I can complete my student profile. Look at how amazing this is. This is something that would have taken probably days, if not weeks, to compile and to figure out and to do the market research necessary. And it gives you a complete write up, knowing what it already knows about you and your ICA. So it talks about the pricing sensitivity, it talks about their buying tendencies, and then, of course, it talks about the channels that they frequent. So I'm going to go ahead and also copy and paste this into my profile. Here we go. Okay, now that we've got our ICA all figured out, let's go ahead and design a curriculum. And as you can see, by the way, my name is Susie in this, it's going to ask me if I'm still working on creatives turning a profitable business. Is that the direction? Yes, I'm calling it Creative to Paid, building a thriving creative business without selling out. Now, I've skipped a few steps for the sake of time. There are a few places in here where I can get really nuanced in what kind of money I want to make, how many hours I want to work, because that's the difference between me and a lot of people who talk about online courses. Is this does not have to be your everyday, all day thing. You get to decide how to make this work for you. That's super important. So you can go ahead and figure all of that out. There's lots of ways to kind of work with what is realistic, what can you actually expect, and incorporating it into your profile, which will help you when you're actually mapping out your offer. And if you already have an offer, helping you figure out how you can get some of that time back. So we are skipping that part, so it's not going to have that background information on us, but we're going to go ahead and just start to map out the offer structure and the actual curriculum for this program. My students are going to go from working with low paying clients to having a thriving, probably freelance business in their craft that allows them to continue to love what they're doing, but without burning out. So I obviously need to tell the tool some of the things I know that my students are going to need help with. And this is based on my own experience or wherever I got this idea originally, right? Most of my students are already experts in a particular field or experience. So you're bringing to the table the knowledge that you already have, right? I'm going to help them develop a signature offering or product that aligns with their style and desire, that allows them to earn more money. I'm going to also help them package and price their work confidently or work on some money mindset stuff. I'll also help them with some simple branding and online presence so that they can attract ideal clients. And I'm going to help them figure out how to generate recurring or scalable income so that they're not always having to trade time for dollars. And then, of course, I'm going to help them create a simple marketing plan that doesn't feel like they're selling out or inauthentic to them. All right, here we go. Look at this course. I am in love with this. Like, think about how much time this would have taken without this tool. I cannot even imagine. Okay, so here we go. We got a whole course outline. Introduction to building your creative business, course overview, understanding your ideal customer, developing your signature and offer, packaging, pricing with confidence, money mindset mastery, branding and online presence, generating recurring and scalable income, crafting your marketing plan, reflection and next steps, final deliverable, course curriculum blueprint, a summary of the course, key takeaways, and actionable steps for people. This is amazing. Let's get more detailed in each lesson. This looks great. And look at this. It is actually giving me a deeper dive into every single thing. And they're good. These are actually wonderful ideas for me to get going to actually start creating a course that will have an impact on my students' lives. As you can see over here, there's much more than just mapping out the curriculum, but we're gonna go ahead and start with this and then map out our funnel. So I copied that into my profile. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to map out a funnel. I'm unsure. Can you help me with this? Marketing is not my strong suit. I don't currently have an offer, so I don't know the answers to these questions. Can you help me map out a funnel? And as you can see, it asks me some really important questions. I'm going to go ahead and answer these. I think my customers will discover me mostly through Instagram and Pinterest. I will offer them a lead magnet, but I'm unsure of what that could be. And then I'll nurture these leads via email sequences where I'll share testimonials and address common objections. And my main offer is going to be the course that is in my profile. And I'll have a nurture email sequence. And look at this. It goes ahead and walks me through the different levels of awareness. And it takes me through everything I need to consider in order to set something up that will walk people through the customer journey. So, and again, it's customized to me. So it's even giving me lead magnet ideas, 5 steps to transition from 9 to 5 to creative freedom, or overcoming the fear of marketing your creative work. These are all wonderful lead magnet ideas. Then it will help me with my nurture sequence, as well as my sales page and a post-purchase follow-up email sequence. So it's going to walk me through every single step, figuring out the lead magnet, outlining my email sequence, and then creating my sales page. I love the first lead magnet called, I think my email sequences will start out mostly by handling objections since I don't have a ton of testimonials just yet. And for my sales page, it will focus on the transformation. And look at this, it's already mapping out for me an incredible funnel. So we've got more details on the lead magnet, what to include in here, as well as the email sequence and all the different things that we can cover in our email sequence to start to warm up prospects. And then it's starting us to get us thinking about the things that we will need in order to put together a sales page. Now, this is just outlining the funnel. As you can see here, this goes into every single element of that funnel. So right now, super quickly, we just got really clear on our ideal customer avatar. We outlined our course and we outlined our funnel, and the process was so dang fast. I am not exaggerating when I say, as somebody who created a course without this tool, this would have taken me months to do. Months. And I've been doing this a long time. So if you are a course creator, do not get left behind. You want to be using AI, but you want to make sure that it's informed by an actual expert and it is knowing you and your business so that you're not constantly having to reprompt it as to who you are. I have put together the best resource for course creators, and it is called Coursia Collective. It includes my proprietary AI tool. It also includes weekly calls with me because most programs give you a few weeks of support and then they peace out. But I like to stick around because I'm an in the trenches mentor and I love figuring it out with you because, quite frankly, an online education business is something that's going to continue to grow and shift over time with who you are, with who your students are. And that's why when you join this community of other course creators, you're going to be surrounded by, first and foremost, some of the best marketers in the industry already. And you're going to get feedback with me every single week where you can even bring the deliverables that you've come up with from your AI tool and get an actual expert's opinion and feedback. Think of this as a digital mastermind. It is truly everything that you need for your course creation success, and I'm hoping you'll join us. There are details in the description below. And of course, please hit that thumbs up button if this was helpful for you. Please, in the comments, share with me what you want to see, especially as I demo this tool and share with you just how powerful it is. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.